Today I want to talk to you about time. So give me just a few minutes because what I'm going to share could be a game changer, I think, in your life or maybe even in your business too. So when my son was young, our pastor gave a sermon that really stuck with me. And he said that when his daughters hit high school, he stopped counting in years and he started counting in months. And at the time, high school wasn't even on my radar. Our son was in elementary school, but the years flew by. And before I knew it, I was counting down 10 years, 9 years, 8 years. And as we were approaching middle school, I realized that I wanted things to be different and I wanted to be intentional with my time. And I started to really look at the resources I had, especially time, money, and space. And I asked myself, how do I want to spend them? How much margin do I want to be able to create in my budget and in my calendar and in my space? And that's when I made the decision to start working toward my own business. It took 3 years to build a financial plan because we needed a solid plan. Most businesses fail in the first 1 to 2 years, but I'm here almost a decade later, so I must be doing something right. But more than that, I knew that my son would be getting home from middle school around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and if I were working in a corporate office, he'd be alone for a couple of hours, and that just wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't for me. So first I found a flexible work arrangement. I had more time, and then my husband and I decided that I would go part-time. I played that primary parent role. Maybe that's you too. And after 3 years of planning, I finally stepped into my own business. So fast forward 8 years later, my son was getting ready to graduate high school. And I knew I wanted even more flexibility. And at the time, as a professional organizer, I was going to people's homes and I was very tied to locations. But with our parents aging and a desire to really be location independent, I started to shift my business to coaching. And it's something that I could do from wherever. So, what's the point? Why am I telling you all of this? Because our family made a decision and I made a decision. I wanted meaningful work. I wanted location independence, I wanted flexibility, and I built my calendar around that. I also wanted to go to church every weekend. I wanted to help take care of our parents. I wanted to volunteer. And your path is going to look different because you want different things. So today I'm asking, what do you want? Like, what do you want your home to look like? What do you want your calendar to reflect? What kind of space do you want to live in? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? And how do you start building that life now? So who are the people who will keep you accountable? I've got some. I work 3 days a week and some weeks better than others. I have an amazing group of friends who will keep me on track. They remind me of my days off, Mondays and Fridays, because it's easy to say, sure, I can take a meeting on Monday, but I know that those are days that I don't work. Boundaries matter. My clients keep me accountable too. And so maybe your kids have just started school or you have a few extra hours in your day. Maybe you're in that sandwich generation like I am where you're raising kids and you also have aging parents who need more help and time and attention and you want to do that. So what do you want? How do you want to build a budget, a calendar, and a home that'll support all of it? And here's the thing, it's going to require subtracting things that no longer align with the season you're in. So let someone else take over those volunteer roles that no longer serve you. What are those expenses that don't support the life that you want to live? What are those stuffed closets and that garage you haven't parked in for months? How do you create some space, empty space, where your eyes can rest and you can dream a little bit? For us, it meant creating space to be able to help our parents. It's one of the greatest honors of my life. And so what do you want? I hope you will drop it in the comments. Tell me what you want and let's start a conversation. And then start putting a plan in place and letting your calendar say the same thing that your heart says. Look at your budget. When's the last time you really dug deep into the budget? Have a conversation with your spouse or an accountability partner who can help you with that. Is your money supporting the life you want to live? And if not, let's figure out how. How about your home? Does it reflect your values? Is it ready to invite people in to stay for an extended period of time? Does it have space for you to create a secondary income stream? Could you offer a space for friends who are in transition? Did you know the average American home or average American homeowner only uses 40% of their home? 60% goes unused every day. So I want to encourage you, if you found this message helpful, I would be honored if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody else who needs this message. But what do you want? I hope you'll tell me. All right, thanks for watching.